Okay, doing this short training video to answer the question, is it important to delete some of my products from my inventory if I no longer have active inventory and I no longer intend to replenish that product? So let's go over here to my account and let's see if we can get the answer to that. So here we go. First of all, when you log into your Amazon seller account, you want to click on inventory and then manage inventory. And the next thing you want to click on then is search suppressed and inactive listings. When you go to search suppressed and inactive listings, then you want to filter it by date ascending. So that's going to give you the oldest out of stock. What you'll see in the video, you'll actually not be able to see the actual items. You'll be able to see the middle column called reasons, status, change date. And you can see that some of these have approval required. So I'm going to pass on by those for the purpose of this video. So the first thing that I'm going to do is filter over here to out of stock. All right, and then out of stock, I'm going to make sure that it's in ascending, so it's the oldest date. So these particular items have been out of stock 4 months. So basically what I do is I kind of scan down this column and see how long ago they've been out of stock. If it's 2, 3, 4, or even more months that they've been out of stock, that means it's likely not going to be restocked. And so I'm going to delete those from my inventory. Delete listings and products, delete listings. I'm going to go to the next page and I'm going to scan down the reasons, status, change date column, out of stock. Those are 4 months as well. I'm going to click all of those, delete listings and products. I'm going to go to the next page and do the same. Probably take even a couple hours for this to update. So don't go back immediately and go, okay, did it delete? Did it delete? It won't. It'll take a while to update because this is kind of down the list of Amazon's list of important things to do, but it eventually will update. So I'm going to go down this reason status change. Those are 4 months as well. So I'm going to delete listings and products. Now, why is it important to do that? The reason that it's important to do this is you might have a product in your inventory that at some point the brand might decide to gate that particular item. And if they do brand gating on that particular item or that particular brand, and you're still listing on it, even though you don't have active inventory, they can see that you're a seller or have been a seller on that item, then they might end up sending you intellectual property complaint or counterfeit complaint saying you're going around their brand approvals or whatever. And so it's just best to get those out of your inventory, especially if you don't plan to resupply. So I'm on page 7 now, and I just go bit by bit, and I just do this as I have a little extra time. You guys can train your kids to do this. Maybe you have a preteen or a young teenager, and you can give them the parameters of this, and you can have them go through every couple of days, take these items out, delete products, delete the listings. So remember, we started with about 2,762 out of stock items. And so let me refresh and just see if that number has changed. 2,762 is what it was. Refresh this page. So yeah, it's 2,719. So some of them are beginning to fall off. So in this particular column here, you can see that it's 23 minutes ago it went out of stock. Now I leave those in my inventory. And the reason I do that is because this item sold, but perhaps the customer will send it back. If they send it back and I don't have that listing in my inventory, then Amazon can't match it with my listing in my inventory and it goes stranded. Better just to leave it there. And if it's new and unused when they send it back, as it should be, but sometimes it's not because some people just are inherent thieves, it will be matched up with our item in our inventory and go right back into active inventory. So that's why I don't do these that have just been out of stock for 23 minutes or 3 hours or whatever. Once again, I always sort it by ascending date. I go to out of stock here. These with approval required, I'll deal with those on a different day. If I decide I'm going to sell those, then I'll try to seek approval for those. Otherwise, I'm just going to click out of stock. Once again, this column here is showing all 4 months ago. So I would click that, delete products and listings, and just do that every once in a while, just reduce my potential IP risk. And so that's basically what we're doing, just reducing the potential IP risk and the sweat that potentially could come with that. So hopefully this video has been helpful to you. Appreciate each one of you. Thanks for being here.